Hello there! Today I mounted this coat rack. Let me show you how I did it. Hello there! Today we're mounting a coat rack. Or two coat racks to be exact. We're gonna mount them something like this. And that's because my wife don't like when I put my clothes on the floor. So I have to hang them here. As you can see here around the packet we have a few things included. Let's open up and see. The things that was included was basically just the hangers, or what they're called, I don't know, and the screws for them. So 5 screws and 5 hangers for each coat rack. Let's start to mount them. So first of all, these ones are gonna be mounted like this. So we can hold them like that and then put in the screw in this end and screw it in. Now that's not going anywhere. So let's do the same thing for these 4. And the last one. I won't bore you with assembling the other one, so let's do some editing magic. Okay, now to the magic part. Both assembled, let's mount them on the wall. And to do that, first of all, we need to decide where to place them. My wife thought it was a good idea to continue this line from this shelf here. Put them something like this. That looks good, but it makes it harder for us, since they're mounted like this on the back side. First you need to find a screw that's gonna stay in there, which this one is. And then you need to know exactly where to drill that hole before you lower it down on the screw. So that's a bit tricky, but we can measure. And for that we have this one. Trusty measuring tool. So we start with measuring the distance from, since this is gonna be the top and we're gonna put it down and then lower it, we need to know the distance from where it is when it's finally in place. And that's around 2 centimeters from the top here. And we want this top to be in line with this top. So if we put it at 2 centimeters, it's probably just gonna differ like a millimeter or something here. And then we also need to measure how far from this shelf the hole is, so we know where to drill. And it's gonna be leveled as well. So it's a bit tricky, but it's doable. Let's start to measure. As well as we already measured before, 2 centimeters from the top here. Now we need to find out how far in the screw is gonna be. And that's 10 centimeters. So we have 10 centimeters from this one, where we put the screw, and 2 centimeters under the line. So the screw is around 10 centimeters in and 2 centimeters down. This is where it's gonna hang from behind. So let's measure. We could do it like this. And And we have 10 centimeters right here. Right, let's do a bit more close there. And then 2 centimeters down. So there is the first hole. Let's measure twice. 10 centimeters, that's right. Or let's do it up here again. 10 centimeters, perfect. And 2 centimeters down from that mark, which is perfect. Now we need to measure the distance between the 2 holes. And that is the center of where the screw is going to be. That's 30 centimeters. Kind of odd that all the measurements are exactly or precise. So 30 centimeters. And we can use this spirit leveler to measure exactly where the hole is going to be. So we can put it like this. We know where the first hole is. Let's put it like this actually. And then we can use the first hole as a reference. Like that. And then we level it. It's around there. A bit more actually. There. That's dead center. And we have 30 centimeters here. A bit down. There. And to be sure, we measure again that we have 30 centimeters between the holes. That's the center, and that's exactly 30 centimeters. And we check again if it's level. There is that hole, and there is that hole. We can do the hole like 1 millimeter lower, and it's perfectly leveled. Then we bring out our trusty drill. And of course, some anchors or plugs. And a hammer to make them go in. Of course, always check that you don't have anything behind the wall that's going to be destroyed when you drill in it. Let's drill. You can always have the anchor here to see how far you have to drill. That's around, you can mark, put a tape or something, do whatever you want. You can also have a pen to draw a line there, but I just use my eyesight. So it's around there. Around ½ centimeter more. We fold in the excess. We're not gonna see this behind the coat hanger anyway, but that's just how I do it. There it is, first hole. Now we just need another hole here. And that was supposed to be 1 millimeter down for it to be leveled, like that. And again, fold in the excess. Another plug or anchor. Flush to the wall. Then we take our 2 screws. One here. And one here. Now if all the measurements are correct, we're just gonna be able to hang this on here and put it down, and it's gonna be level to that shelf there. And it's not, of course, but now we need to screw the screws further in. And to make a tight fit, we can see how thick that layer is there. It's a bit more, of course. I think that's enough. I can see the distance between the screw and the wall. I think that's enough. You can always screw it back if it's too far. This one was much easier. And there we have that screw. Let's see if we can mount this now. There we go, and pull it down in the tracks. That's a nice line. Let's see if it's leveled. Is it level? Good enough. Good enough. And to mount the other one, we just do the same thing. But we're gonna remove this because we need these holes as references here. It's much easier to measure with these holes here than when this is mounted. If we just put this one here and have it like this, it's kind of leveled, but we could always put that up a bit because that screw is not perfectly tight on. So we do it like that. It's a bit of cheating, but so since we had 10 centimeters from center of this hole to the edge here, now when we put this one here, we're gonna have 20 centimeters from that screw to the next one. I'm gonna add just a millimeter or so because I don't want them to be too close to each other. And let's mount them. And there we have it, 10 hooks to hang clothes on. Is it level? Yep, it's level. Let me show you. Perfect. The only thing that we did wrong, or I did wrong, was that it's not in line with that shelf. Like you're ever gonna see that. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.